everybody. So on tonight's episode of PotWater Presents, I am here with Kirstie Chadsey, the founder of We Can, and I'm so super excited to have her here tonight. She's one of my heroes and one of my biggest cheerleaders, and I'm so honored to be doing this with her. So I'm going to let her take it away, and I'm going to do my best to rein it in, but we all know how that goes. So
oh my gosh, I love you so hard. Right back at you. Can I just start with that? Right back at you. Hi, everybody. I am Kirstie Chadsey. I am the very proud founder and director of We Can, of which Amanda is a member, and I'm so honored to have her. Our cannabis tribe is, we're the shit. Can I say that, Amanda?
Yes,
we're
you can. No filter here, girlfriend.
No filter
and no
here.
bras if you don't want to either.
Oh, thank God. It's only a jog bra. I knew you'd be okay with it. I didn't. So that's us, We Can, which stands for the Women Empowered Cannabis Advocates Network. And we are this beautiful community of cannapreneurs, cannabis coaches, and educators that have pulled together to support and encourage each other in this new land, in this new cannabis land, if you will. You know, We Can for me was this little dream when I went to CCI in 21 to become a certified cannabis coach and educator. I literally early on in the program was like, okay, but what happens after this? Now that I've found my people, how do we all stay together forever? So this is the forever fort that I built in the hopes that my loves and I could continue this work together. We are literally coming up on our first year down. Like, Amanda, what? So she launched in beta last April. I can't even believe I'm saying that, of 2022. So we're literally coming up on it with all kinds of cool stuff happening. Our beautiful new website that is specifically being designed so that it can be a directory for people like yourself, Amanda, for all of our members, for everybody to have yet another place to hopefully find you. So that the dream is, because I do those now. I put the big ones out there because so many have already happened. Like, why not? Is that we can become synonymous with, I need a coach or educator. Hey, I need somebody to speak at. Hey, I know somebody that's battling cancer and I'd like that literally it's go to We Can. Take a look at the directory. Do you need a coach? Do you need an educator? What is it that you need? And hopefully one of the incredible members of this beautiful tribe of ours can help you out and serve those needs.
That is amazing. And I am so honored to be a part of this because it's what I didn't know I needed until I found it. And so that's one of the things I have to say is the community through CCI, the Cannabis Coaching Institute, is phenomenal. It's incredible. But like you said, it only went so far.
Right.
And then it was like, well, now what do I do? And so finding this tribe of amazing human beings.
Can you believe there are cannabesties? Like, Amanda, I still, you know this. I sit this Zoom room every time I need to let somebody else in. I'm like, they're here. It's not like I sit in awe and amazement of our tribe and all the big shit that they're doing and the growth and the progress. And it's so funny that you say you didn't know that you needed us. We feel exactly the same way about you. And I know I've said it before, but I have to say that we said, you fit, you were the missing puzzle piece we didn't even know, like you said, was missing. I don't remember We Can before you. Like, truly, you absolutely are such an integral part of this community, Amanda. You really are. You light us all up. We get such a kick out of you. You have such a passion for this. And like me, are that lady out there just, let's do it. I've got something to say about this. Who can I help? What can I do? And I just love you for it. I love you for everything you're doing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And I'm trying not to cry because that's what we do to each other.
Sid the Wonder Kid, you're on deck. Sid the Wonder Kid, you're on deck. You're on deck.
Yeah, he's right here ready to go.
So
like, I knew you were coming on, so I had to get my little fella ready.
I love it.
So what got you started into this field and what drew you to it?
Okay. Oh, what a great question, Amanda. I will try not to give you one of my 10-hour-long answers. I was that woman at 40 years of age that bought all the stigma and all the scary cannabis is bad and people that use cannabis are losers and stoners. And that was me. As I'd like to say, I wasted the first 40 plus years. I truly was. I bought into all the stigma, all the, I was that girl that you said you smoked marijuana. And I was kind of like, oh, you're one of those. Then again, trying to make it brief, I suffer from some pretty serious mental health issues. I have suffered from severe recurring depression my entire life. I've got some pretty nasty chronic pain issues, and that cycle of pain, chronic pain and depression is a really awful hamster wheel once you're on it. And truly at a place in absolute desperation between my mental and physical health, I was nearly bedridden. My husband said, I think maybe you should try this. And the truth is, my immediate response was basically, how dare you? Like, I'm not a loser. I'm not a stoner. Yeah. Fast forward to getting the medical card and trying to figure out cannabis. So I got my first medical card about a decade ago, and that's my only regret. I know you've heard me say it, Amanda, is a certified cannabis coach. I can't even imagine how much that would have helped me navigate it, because I wasted 2 years of being too high and not knowing what to do and walking away from it altogether several different times, because it's like, I don't necessarily want to have to peel myself off the ceiling and not be able to reach the remote to change the channel or turn the volume down. So there really is a learning curve, for lack of a better way to put it. And I was so aware of the stigma, and I didn't want anybody to know. I literally sat in my bedroom window and vaped so that it smelled a little less, and would blow it out the screen window. I mean, like, this is a true story, and still thinking, oh my God, is the neighbor walking the dog? And now they know that I'm a stoner and a loser. So medical card for almost 10 years. I truly didn't start enjoying cannabis recreationally probably until the last 4 or 5 years. The truth is, it was a long learning curve to figure it out. But then once I did, I didn't understand why I was doing so much better, but I was doing so much better. So I leaned into it. I truly did, and got honest with my doctors and got honest with myself. But the truth is, up until CCI, I had grown cannabis for my first time. I was using it daily and had been for several years at that time, but I didn't really understand it. I'm a big book girl. I bought a lot of the books, done a lot of the YouTube dives and stuff, but still wasn't really sure on why this was doing the magic it was doing, but it was doing the magic. So that just called to me. I thought, do I want to cook with this? I just really didn't know. And then again, fast forward, long story, in a really bad place. I'd had a really serious ankle break, broke both bones, and was literally going to be laid up for 3 months straight with my ankle above my head.
Oh.
No kidding. I just was really in this bad place with this. And the way I tell the story is, I got an email from Corinne Tobias, because that's my story. She sent it to me with the word certified cannabis coach in it. And I literally was like, a holiday hoobie fucking whatty? Like, this is a thing? And read about this course and the education you'd get and the helping others. And I'm like, hi, thank you for designing this program for me, because ironically, like, this was what I wanted that I didn't know I wanted, Amanda. Like, certified cannabis coach. I spent the next several days saying to my husband, how is this a thing? And I'm laid up and I've got a great job and they're going to be good about this, but what a great way to keep myself a little bit busy and have something to do. So that's how it started. I did not expect to get into CCI and fall in love with Andrea Maharg and Corinne Tobias, and fall in love with, shout out, Feb 21 cohort. The caliber of the people in this, like, I would end one of our live sessions, Amanda, and literally go, I can't believe I get to be on a call with these people. So like I mentioned earlier, it was literally kind of, okay, how do I build the forever fort? So I've been a medical user for a decade. I've been a recreational user, but it took CCI for me to start being able to speak my truth, being able to say these things. It took this tribe of women and a couple pretty great men and supporters for me to go, wait, I don't want to deny this about me anymore. I want to shout it from the fucking rooftops, because if there's one woman, one 40-year-old Kirstie sitting around suffering, and there's a chance that this can help her, and my loudmouth self out there saying something about this can spur her to want to look at a book, Like that's everything. So it really was it was such a huge gift beyond what I ever could have said. I always say to Andrea and Corinne, thank you for my amazing life, because I wouldn't have it. And some of the women that I love most in the world, like yourself, I wouldn't have any of you if there wasn't that. So it was kind of this, I loved cannabis and I knew she was doing great things and had read a couple of books, but boy, CCI just completely brought it all together for me. And then, like I said, made me go, okay, wait a minute. Selfishly, I'm totally going to own it. Selfishly, how do I keep us together forever and build a little fort? So I did this. And so far, so good.
And I'm so glad you did.
Thank
It
you.
is such like, and the way, you know, that you talk about it, it is family. We've become family.
100%.
And, you know, like what drew me in is, you know, your authenticity and your energy and just the words that you use. And I catch myself using them all the time, like noodling things, and we have to have a cuddle puddle.
Yes.
And, you know, so it's like, we're all wearing off on each other in the best ways. It's like we get all the best parts of each other. And when we're having a hard time, we're there for each other. And it's a whole different community. And it's nothing like the stigmas that everybody assumes, you know, because I had the preconceived notions as well. And it's like, you know, is this really a thing? And so that's where I became the educator. I was in the December 21 cohort, even though I didn't finish till December 2022. But that was another
matter. You finished, honey. You finished and you did it. That's all that matters.
And that was one thing that was amazing too, is I kept in touch with Andrea Maharg and said, you know, life is happening and I'm so sorry. And I know I have to have this done. And she said, just stay in touch. Just keep reaching out. We will make it work. We will work with you. It wasn't one of the programs where they take your money and, oh, sorry, you didn't make it and you're out.
You're out.
And we work with you and make it work for you. And it did. And honestly, had I finished when I was supposed to, I probably wouldn't have found Weekend.
Right? Truly.
And so
there have been several that kind of, to your point, even from our cohort, that kind of fell off without it. Literally what you said was kind of a, you know, it's scary. I've owned prior to Weekend 2 small businesses. It's very scary to be a solopreneur. It really is. And which again is that whole thing for me is, you know, we need each other. You need that support, good or bad. Whether it's just advice to try this or look at something differently, or literally, like you said, just to be there for each other. Good, bad, or ugly, we are there for each other, because you hear me say it all the time in the meetings. We are all a little droplet that is making those ripples, and that is absolutely what's going to bring the change. But man, you put us all together. We're now talking a wave, and we're going to do some shit.
Absolutely. So I have to know, what is your favorite method of consumption?
Oh, that's such a good question, because that is such a good question, because you know me. I really do like all the things, very sincerely. I very much enjoy smoking cannabis. I love my tinctures. I take them daily. Love me a suppository.
I just got my first one.
Oh, Amanda, welcome to the magic. I'm just telling you.
Oh my God. Life-changing.
Life-changing.
I cannot believe the difference. And my husband too, he's going to kill me, but he's using them too. And he was like, babe, I can't believe, like, really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, I'm telling you, like, you know, we got them in the mail from Nancy. Yay! And so I'm like, okay, you got to give a review because Nancy needs to know. But it was completely life-changing. And you know, my daughter's like, what are those, Mom? And I'm like, honey, when you're older, these are going to be your best friend. And I'm so jealous that I didn't get to use them, but I'm so happy because I can help her when it's time.
Oh, Amanda, I love that so
it's literally changed my life. And I'm so like, yeah. So anyway,
I agree. Totally. And
where's Melanie when we need her?
I know, right. Totally, to cut us off. I love that so much. And topically, again, I'm a salve user. So the truth is, and again, thank you, CCI. Thank you, my incredible Michelle Crawford, you know, to have learned all these different options, right? But I will tell you, if I had to pick, like it's a hard one for me. If I had to pick, I love a tincture. I love a tincture. I think for us ladies of a certain age, like you've said, that don't want to smell like it, that don't want to necessarily be, it's such a great way. I get multi-cannabinoids into my system every single day with my tinctures. That said, vaporizing cannabis, smoking vaporized cannabis is probably my 1/A. I do. I love concentrates. I'm a big proxy user.
Oh, I've looked at those. I love because they look like the Sherlock Holmes pipe, and I'm obsessed with that. I'm like,
no, wait, I literally said to Michelle, God damn it, they got me again. They just released the Wizard. So take this, only give it a gorgeous long stem.
no.
Yes. They get me every time. So I love to vaporize concentrates. I've got the Puffco plus the Peak, the Proxy.
Yeah, I've never tried a concentrate, so that's all. Because
I'll be fixing that when I come and see you in October.
Because I have lung damage, so I was always scared to smoke. So that's why I got my dry herb vaporizer, and I'm excited to learn how to use it. I got it from Michelle Crawford's link, and Planet of the Vape.
Planet of the Vape
one, and they are having a huge 420 sale. So I will post that link below for everyone to go get their own, and we can all learn together.
That's a good shout out. No, such a good shout out. So I love all the things, but I am currently in this wave of, because I would say I probably do change over listen, I literally was just going to lie to you. I'm literally thinking I go through it. No. The truth is I started with concentrate cartridges 10 years ago, again, because they were discreet, because I had a young kid in the house. And because of me being afraid of anyone knowing I was doing this. So they really have literally always been on my journey. But now with this up game of for flower, the Mighty, the Volcano and the Mighty, for concentrates, the Puffco Peak and the Proxy. So
those are for concentrates then.
Those are for concentrates.
Okay.
Dry Volcano and the Mighties, those are dry herbs. So your flower, which is just, I grow the best flower on the planet. So that's incredible to experience. But yes, for concentrates, for your hash and your butters and your batters and your sugars and your blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
My number one. Look at her literally charging so that the second you and I are done, I get to celebrate. So I do. So I'm really on this kick right now. And I will tell you, so cool. Part of this interest in this whole concentrates kind of got taken to another level for me at the Emerald Cup. The Emerald Cup opened my eyes. Those panels were absolutely amazing. I could talk for days, Amanda, but truly the significance of solventless and the significance of regenerative farming. And there's just a lot of things, that deeper advocacy level, that stuff that I care about, that matters to me. So I'm kind of just recently in this world of hash and how pure it is. And literally this is my first hash concentrate. I just got this in San Francisco yesterday. Like, what? Didn't even know it existed. So I love to vaporize concentrates is really, I'm sitting out on a Saturday night, like just enjoying, that's what I love. But for the regular maintenance of my endocannabinoid system and just feeling my best self, I take tinctures every morning and every night.
Okay.
So it's a lovely combo. It is. And let me tell you a really good day, Amanda. It's when there's a suppository up there, a vaporizer in my hand, some salve somewhere, like all the things. And I want again, when I started this journey 10 years ago, I mean, maybe some of this existed and I know some, but I just thought you had to smoke joints. And I'm like, I'd never smoked a cigarette in my life. I mean, it was like, I don't smoke. I don't want to smoke. And I will tell you, I think you're going to be surprised that it's harmful smoking weed stuff. And I'm going to be careful here because if you are just smoking a joint, yes, there are some, but if you are vaporizing, whether it is concentrates or it is flower, you are potentially doing good for your lungs. No kidding.
That's why I got it, because I have lung damage, and that I know in Europe and other countries, insurance pays for medical they're considered medical devices, and insurance
Absolutely.
will pay for it because of the healing properties of dry herb vaporizing.
Seriously.
Hello.
Hello, Amanda. Hello. Seriously, because I have not been, that's not true. I've been a dry herb vaporizer girl for 5 or 6 years now. My husband got me a got show and tell, a PAX. I think I've got a Gen 3 PAX when those first dropped, the Gen 3. And then I went up to the Solo 2 and then finally over to the Mighty. So I will tell you, when I discovered dry herb vaporizing, like I said, that was a shot at, because it really was kind of it's such a beautiful experience. I'm so into the terps and the smell. Like, there are times where I jokingly say to my husband, the cannabis that I grow, which by the way, these cabinets are packed full of, and there's more out there. The smell of cannabis has become almost more important to me than this. I can just go and open up my jars and stick my snoot in there and be happy for 30 minutes. Like, Jason will literally come. He's like, oh, you're smelling the cannabis the whole house. Because I'm like, what? He's like, you must be opening jars. I'm like, I am. So I love that whole terpene, profile and stuff. So, and I really feel, in my opinion, that the best experiences for them are absolutely vaporizing, truly vaporizing. And I just kind of upped my game. Okay, this was good. Maybe this will be, till you finally get there. And then this dumbass had to get a volcano. Amanda, let me tell you something. Volcanoes are just not necessary. They're not. They are like, did I think I was a frat girl all of a sudden? Like, what's with the volcano? I've used it twice, but doesn't it look cool sitting up there?
Oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely, right? Well, just like people collect, like cars and everything else. Why not? Like, that's what I'm so excited about, because I kind of a knick-knacky person, but not knick-knacky in the typical sense of the way.
Yes.
I love glass pieces because, bowls and
there's my glass collection,
because they're beautiful, and the artistry that goes into them. And it's like, I have a curio cabinet that I want to fill with all my glass pieces, because they are art. And though I don't use them because of, I'm hoping that by using this, I can eventually use my glass pieces again. Or I have them on hand for people that come visit that do use them.
Absolutely.
So I have it where my friends come over and it's like, here, you want a hit? And they're like, but you don't smoke. I'm like, but you do. Just like being a recovering alcoholic, I still have alcohol in my house, and people go, what do you mean? It's like, I don't drink it, but I have friends that do. So when they come over, there's a bottle of wine. I know she likes Chardonnay. I know she likes Cabernet. So that's sitting here for when they come visit, so that they have it.
Right.
So it's no different, and hopefully
it really isn't. And again, it's normalizing it. Like you said, the fact that I've got 2 Mighties, so that when you do come, because one day you will, Amanda, there's one for me and one for you. But you're so right. Those are the things, like, why can't I not have multiple bongs and all kind of app to share? So how is that different than, here's my fun margarita glasses and my champagne glasses? And like you said, this is part of that normalization piece. It really is. I do have to tell you, I love so much that you have been brave enough to try vaporizing. I'm so excited to hear how it goes for you, because in my experience, in my clients, in our community, doesn't mean it can't happen, but Amanda, I've yet to come to a single soul that hasn't vaporized and gone, wow.
Right.
Wow. So I can't wait to be a part of your journey and just to hear about it. I really can't.
Well, I'm going to try to figure it out. Like you said, I'm going to YouTube, because
totally.
I got the little instruction book and I'm going, huh?
No, I totally, on every one of mine. That's why I said it. I'm like, no, just go. Because there were, which one did I go? Oh, my peak. My peak, my Pefco peak was literally, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. Like, man, I'm not kidding. I'm like, yeah, this is above my pay grade. How do you get turned on? Where do I put the water in? Right? No. I am such a lover of YouTube. How do I use a Puffco? Here's all your options. Watch your videos. Here's a cool way to clean it. I'm like, got it. That's what I always do, for sure.
Well, and Michelle said I could reach out to her. So I'm very fortunate to have Michelle Crawford. That's who I got it through. But if you don't have Michelle Crawford, you can always YouTube it or go find Michelle Crawford or
Right?
Kirstie as well.
Right? We're out there. There's plenty of us out there. I can't wait for your
Absolutely.
journey. I think you're really going to enjoy it, Amanda. I really
Me
do.
too. Me too. I can't wait. This has brought so much into my life. Like I said, there's so much out there, and I knew there was so much information. But for me, the reason I became a cannabis educator was because I wanted to have facts and science and everything. And there's so much. Yeah, you can Google anything.
Totally.
Absolutely. But do you know if it's real? Do you know if
Right.
it's reliable? And so I
Right.
am so thrilled to have found a community of women and like you said, and men who are reliable and who have the information that you can message and say, okay, I'm stuck, what do I do?
Right.
And
Absolutely.
they will help you because they're so passionate about it. And it's
Right.
not like, well, you have to sign up for all my things to get an
Absolutely.
answer,
Yeah.
which you should sign up for all those things, because I can tell you from experience, when somebody purchases something from my business, from my PotWater, whether it's a koozie, a sticker, whatever, that lights me up so much inside,
Right.
because it not only is like, it's not about making money for me. It's the fact
Right.
that by buying a sticker or koozie, you have validated all of the hard work that I've
Yes.
put into this. And you've said, I see you and I appreciate you. And to
Oh,
me, that
right.
means so much more. So that's why for me, it's so important to support all the other people in the business, like Michelle Crawford's Rep Your State of Mind line. Like, I
Oh,
want all of it.
right.
All
Oh
of
my
it.
gosh. I literally said that to her
You
yesterday. I
know,
go, I need to really get going with some other businesses and
Mhm.
concepts because I'm up to 30 pieces in that I need just in the Rep Your State of Mind line. Like truly.
Exactly,
No.
and the same like with mine. It's like, you get it's easy to get swept away, but it's like when you get that click and you get the email, like someone just ordered, and like I would
Right.
literally jump up and down, and I'd go
Oh,
running and then tell my
right.
husband, like, look babe, somebody did. And like I had someone from Ohio buy a bumper sticker, and it was like, you would have thought I won the Mega Millions,
I know,
because it
right?
was like, that is the best feeling. So that's my call to action this month, is I am asking everyone, go to their website and buy one thing,
Oh, I love
whether
that.
it's a
Yeah.
sticker, whether it's, and not everybody's got $1 million. You don't have to put it in your cart and hold it there, because they'll know you did
Right.
that. And then when you
Right. Oh, I
can,
love that.
get it when you can, but at least let them
Back
know
in
that
there.
you see them.
No, you're so
Like their
right.
posts on Instagram, like their posts on Facebook, share them,
Right.
because so many people are like, well, how can I help? Or that's how we end the stigma.
That
When we
that's how you
show
help
up
us.
for each other, we support each other, because that's going to fuel them and ourselves to say what we're doing matters and people care.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so beautifully said. You're so absolutely right. You are. And back to your point with our community, it's even more than I expected, in that I couldn't have had the foresight to, even as somebody who's managed people and built teams forever, but to know, like you said, that we really are there to support each other. And you're hard pressed at this point in time with the members that we currently have to not find somebody. If you're like, okay, I'm dealing with this issue, somebody's dealing with this, and it's just so beautiful. Like you said, you can Google it, but is it trustworthy? This isn't anecdotal. We are listening to each other. We have our Canna sisters, our Canna tribe to go, I know somebody that's dealing with that. I've got a coach that helped somebody with that. Let me get you on that. Again, to utilize each other as our resource network. We really are the support system, the referral team, the resource network, the cheerleaders to each other's businesses. And I personally believe that support and encouragement piece, because I've built many careers on it, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. I think so many of us, especially in something like cannabis, which is so stigmatized and can have so many people go, you what? It's so important for us to feel that support of, we're still going to get them, but boy, I get a whole lot less of them. And like you said, now, in 2 years, I've gone from denying it to, I talk about it too much all the time with everybody. In my BNI meetings, I'm like, okay, got to wrap this one. My leadership, I got to wrap this up because mama's got to go enjoy her evening. And talking about growing my plants all the time, wearing my merch all the time, talking about my beautiful cannabis network community that I've built all the time. I literally can't shut the fuck up about it. I really can't,
and I hope you never do.
I'm never gonna, absolutely. To have finally at 50 plus, to have truly feel like I finally found my purposeful work. I really do feel like I've always been searching, and I've done some beautiful things. Don't get me wrong at all. I've lived a beautiful life, but that feeling of that purposeful work, I'm finally sitting in that. And it's everything. Like you said, it's not about numbers. It's not about even money. It's about doing what lights me up and trying to help as many other people as I can find their light. And again, know that you shining that light on you is just allowing more light for all of us. The spotlight, it can be as big as we want. This whole, no, you don't share and you've got to sign up. No. The beauty is in the more of us that are under here and doing these things, everything, literally the larger that spotlight gets for every single one of us,
Oh my God. So while you're talking, I have to say, have you seen the movie Pollyanna?
No.
You've never seen the movie Pollyanna?
Why does that ring a bell? Which one is that?
Like from way back in the day, like
No.
Pollyanna was okay. So you're gonna have to look up Pollyanna.
Oh, I am.
So for anyone that's seen Pollyanna, you're gonna get this. But for anyone that hasn't, so in the movie Pollyanna, it's this little girl and she like falls and she's in a wheelchair, and it's like back in like the early 1900s.
Okay.
And so they're trying, or not, or maybe it would, but anyway, they're trying to cheer someone up, and she sees there's I think it started with a lamp that had like these crystals hanging, and when the sun came in, little rainbows went everywhere. Yes. So then they like scour the town and get as many as they can, and so the whole room is just dancing rainbows everywhere. The people, and so that's like, I've got goosebumps. That's what I was seeing when you were saying we need to shine our light. We need to, the more it comes in, and it's like we're each a prism.
We are.
And so when the light hits us, it radiates and it creates these rainbows, which, gee, it just so happens Rochelle Crawford has rainbow pot leaves on her.
Just so happens that
Rep your state of mind, and the weekend is a rainbow. Right? And Tiffany and I are using rainbow pot leaves on our Gathering of the Glendas logo. Just seems to be there's something about rainbows.
Right? Well, and I am, as an artist, I have always been, it's kind of a weird thing with me to settle on one color. Like really as an artist. Like I can't, it's all about, and for me, it's literally my favorite color is rainbow. It always has been. All my art supplies are lined up, and it's so about all the colors, right? So yeah, it just makes sense. And it's in this day and age, it also resonates to me. It's exclusivity. Everyone's included. We're very inclusive is what I meant. We're very, this is for everyone. And it resonates for me. It makes a difference for me. It does.
It should be on the counter. If not, I'll be done in just a few minutes. My hubby's coming in.
I'm like, my husband's probably sitting out there going, dinner's getting cold. Because I can talk to you all day long.
He's looking for feel-good stuff. So
I love that. Even better.
He's like, Gabe, where's the tincture and where's the other stuff? He didn't want to say it on camera, but he's doing this.
You need to tell him I love him so much right now. I love him.
Kirstie loves you so much.
So much. Where's the? That's a good man right there.
Kirstie loves you so much right now.
So much. I love it.
So yes, I'm so thrilled to have you on tonight. We could go on and on for hours. We really have to do another one. I
was just going to say, can we just call this part one? Yeah.
Yes, this is going to be part one because next time I'm going to use this with you.
Yes. And I'm going to bring out and do some show and tell with you. And yes, for sure. I love it.
So yeah, this is going to be like a multiple, like ongoing.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll just be like a once a month thing. Like,
I
you
literally
know,
was about to say that, like, it's time for us to chat this month.
Yep.
What's going on with Kirstie and Amanda this month? Yeah,
Yep. I
I
think
can see
it needs to be a monthly thing. And then
I'm
people
down.
could always write in and say, hey, I want to see you girls talk about this. So
Right, Amanda, I love
think we
it.
started a new show.
I think so too. I'm down. Oh, I'm excited. Go us. Go us.
So
Honey,
I
thank you so much for having me. This has been delightful. I really could. Your energy just fills my heart up with happy. I could talk to you for hours about anything. I can't wait till I get to put my hands on you for real in real life in October. Thank you for everything that you bring to this community. Thank you for finding us because we were looking for you and we didn't even know it. I mean it. Thank you so, so much for being a part of my Canna tribe. I love you, sweet girl. I love you.
I love you too. And I'm so thrilled to have found this community and to share it with everyone else. And so I will make sure that all the links are under this video. So you can find Kirstie, you can find Weekend, you can find me, and all the things. And what time do the chit chat?
Chit Chat, Cannibalist Chit Chat is on Wednesday mornings from 9 to 10. And that is truly just our cuddle puddle. It really is. I have been trying for over a year to say it's not really weekend. How can I say that? It's all the same, right? So Wednesday mornings every week are Cannibalist Chit Chat from 9 to 10. What we celebrate, whatever comes up, we do. Thursdays are our weekend meetings. They are from 9 a.m. to 10:30. These are all Pacific times. My apologies. I'm not on the West Coast.
I was going to just say that. Which time zone are you in?
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm in the West Coast. And I'll get this to you so that you can put it down below. But yeah, Thursdays are when we meet for weekend. We do so many wonderful, fun things. If this interests you at all, we'd love for you to pop over to a meeting and see if this resonates with you. Absolutely.
All right. And on that note, I'm going to thank you again for coming on this episode of PotWater Presents. It was with Kirstie Chadsey from Weekend. And we are all going to go forth and have a wonderful evening. I love you so much. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, honey. Mwah, mwah, mwah.